The perfect time to head to the hills surrounding Kathmandu is in early autumn. For observing the mountains, seeing the panoramic natural sources and chilling out, this would be the perfect time. With a great hope and energy having suitable budget, why not to try Chisapani.Self of Nepal? Sure, it is possible to drive there now, rather uncomfortably though. But it is the walk up and down the stairs from Sundarijal which makes the destinations worth and aching muscles. The northern part of the Kathmandu Valley rises to the swelling jungle of Chisapani Nagarjun forest, which have 177 species of the birds and numerous rare orchids. Butterflies were fluttering in the great number, particularly near to the streams. This is one of the largest area of woodland left in the valley, and the forest is reported to support monkeys, barking deers, cheetahs, mongoose, peacock birds, reptiles, and even leopards and bears. Chisapani National Park covers 159 square kilometers, and Chisapani Peak is the highest point at 2,732 meters, and it is the second highest in the valley, and climbing it is popular with local and tourism alike. In November 1st, 2019, we started our journey from Kathmandu to Chisapani. From the Sundarijal bus park, it is a stroll through the town past a few shops, cafe and resort set amidst rock. We were self-warned that the hike to Chisapani is 90% uphill to a maximum elevation of 2,430 meters with average walking time 4 to 5 hours. However, our consistency to reach our destination did not rush by our hunger, our thirst, and great pain of our feet. We knew we will be rewarded with some of the prettiest hill views in the Kathmandu Valley area. We were in sense of the beautiful trails, waterfall, the marigold flower, lalpate flower, and orange tree having bunch of ripe fruits. After crossing the small dam by an ancient-looking hydro plant, where much of the Kathmandu drinking water is sourced, proceed upward through the rhododendron forest to the peak entrance. The main village on the trails is Mulkharka, which spread uphill for almost 1 kilometer. Amongst the terraced crop and the riots of vegetable plot, in November most of homes still had fence of yellow and orange marigold flowers. Leaving Mulkharka, The trail suddenly changes and the Chisapani comes into its own. The typical vegetation of the park is middle hill forest from the 1000 to 1800 meters with common trees bearing Chisapani on the southern dry ridge, and elder wild Himalayan cherry and oak along stems. On the northern slope, it is more common to find oak laurel and rhododendron. There are also the myriads of creepers and ferns. In November, growing in profusions of the mossy bank and moss-covered trees, beautiful tiny mauve orchid. It seems that the forest was early melodious with a beautiful bird song. The forest was smiling before us and the golden rays are shining before our feet. This could, of course, be due to the laughter and chatter of happy walkers. From the 40 minutes and about 300 meters descent into the Chisapani, which is just a collection of hotel and chalet below the army post. Wow! The glorious views of Himalayan peaks including the Langtang range, part of the Annapurna Gauri Shankar, Dorselappa, and many more. We were almost lucky to see the glory of Mountain Everest. Chisapani, as its name suggested, that it is cold. When the sun disappears, the chill sets in. It is nice to see more and more young Nepalese getting out of the city and enjoying the walk up the stairs from Sundarijal. After great faith and effort, we 38 people are able to reach our destination called Chisapani. We have seen the sunset on the mountains and the beautiful Himalayas, the deep forest and the panoramic views towards the mountainside. The Kathmandu city seems to be smiling with a great cloud, but mostly we are able to capture the cloud moving hitherto. Now what do we do? Another option is to go into the park in the directions of the Chisapani peak to see the beautiful water pond. We could not do so due to the lack of time. After some time resting and quenching our thirst of water and sweet, we returned to the Sundarijal for the more clips of beautiful waterfall and to watch even better sunset and sunrise in the Himalayas. Most walkers return to Sundarijal via the same stairs route. We also did the same and we started our bounce toward the restaurant. After spending 7 hours for hike, we were hunger, thirst and could not resist our pain anymore. After enjoying the delicious food and getting rest for a bit, we headed back to the Sundarijal to enjoy the nature and beautiful waterfall. We took the picture and videos there. After doing all, we returned to the bus stop. Sundarijal is one of the beautiful places for hike, camping, night fight, and mostly for the researcher. We all need to visit once.